It's Friday afternoon. You made it. The end of a first full week of nationwide remote learning. I'm super proud of you. You've stayed so resilient, so positive. Some of the work that I've received has been amazing, absolutely outstanding. So well done. Give yourself a round of applause. This afternoon, we've got a couple of videos that are going to take up a lot of your learning time and just some questions to answer based on those. So it's a really nice finish to the week for history. Really interesting with the Vikings. They're so interesting, so cool. So I think you'll enjoy this afternoon. And you also have PE, I believe is yoga with Miss Crown again. So a nice way to finish the week. But once again, absolutely brilliant. I'm sure you're exhausted. I know pretty much everyone is. I'm sure parents and carers at home, you're very tired with the home learning and supporting that whilst doing your work. We're tired getting used to the new system of remote learning and all that comes with. And kids, I'm sure you're very tired as well. So try and get some fresh air over the weekend. I think it might even snow. Hopefully it's not too much rain, maybe a bit of snow that you can enjoy playing in outside where you can obviously be at a distance. That would be really nice. So let's get started with history this afternoon. We are going to move on from Anglo-Saxons to Vikings. Can you spend 2 or 3 minutes answering these 3 questions just to build on our prior knowledge? So, why did the Anglo-Saxons come to Britain? When did the Normans take over Britain from the Anglo-Saxons? And how many gods did the Maya have? That's from our previous unit. Pause the video. If you need to do some added research just to refresh your memory, that's absolutely fine. And join us ready for today's learning. Okay, first video. It's really important. I can't play it straight on here and show you. This is the exact website. If you can't find the link, you can just type this into the search bar or into Google and the video will come up. But the link is in the description box that's attached to the YouTube video, okay? So I want you to be thinking about these 3 questions when you watch the first video. It's only a minute or 2 long. Which 3 countries did they come from? The Vikings, that is. Which regions did they explore other than Britain? And which words do we still use today that were created by the Vikings? Just a couple of examples there. Okay, so pause this video and then in another tab, open up your first video link. Okay, so the Vikings came from what we know nowadays as Scandinavia. Denmark, Sweden, and Norway were those 3 countries that they stem from, particularly Denmark and Norway. They explored pretty much the whole of the world because they had the most advanced ships worldwide, and they had very strong, powerful Vikings that were helping maneuver them to these different countries at a much faster speed than anyone else in the world could. They reached as far as Russia in the Middle East and countries in North America too, which would include Canada. Finally, we use lots of words, lots of places with our towns and cities. We'll be exploring that a bit later on in the unit. And words like egg, muck, and dirt, as you saw in the video there. So we still use lots of vocabulary even now, over 1,000 years later. The Vikings raided churches, monasteries, and lots of different important buildings, but others actually came to sell things and to trade for purpose. Like we trade now, a lot of the EU problems that we had were for trade deals. So why is our unit called Raiders and Traders? Really think about that. Think about the difference between who the more noble Viking settlers were and their purposes for trading, and then think about the ones that wanted to pretty much rule everything they can and be as rich as possible and raid everything they possibly could and have it for themselves. Okay, this is your main task for today. It's about a 5-minute video. And And again, the link will be in the description box of the YouTube video. One of the most famous raids is on Lindisfarne, AD 793. Why do you think that could be so famous? You don't know anything about it yet. Have a little prediction why it could be so famous. Why is it more famous than any of the other raids? Was it the first one? Was it the biggest one? Was it against a certain type of people, certain professions, or were children and families raided in this one? You make a prediction. When watching this next video, think about the following questions. What I would do is I would have these written down already and then fill in the answers instead of going back from the video to this slide. Okay, so when was the raid of Lindisfarne? How did the Vikings get there? You can probably answer that one already. Why did the Vikings choose to raid there? What exactly did the Vikings steal? How did the Vikings torture the monks? And how do you think other people felt when they heard about this raid? Okay, so as I say, I'd write those 6 questions down, leave a bit of space so you can fill in your answers as you're watching. You may even want to watch the video a couple of times. If you find that you still have a little bit of time left, a challenge X, you can either perform this play script with a parent, carer, sibling, or you can quickly write out a play script, imagining you're a journalist asking a surviving monk about the Viking raid. You can ask the questions that are on the board there, and on the next page, there's a scaffolded sheet that shows you how to lay that out, and it gives you some sentence starters. For example, interviewer, when was the raid? And the surviving monk would reply, beginning with, the raid was a long time ago in the year, and then you can fill in the missing information and tell me some extra bits of detail. I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope you're as interested in the Vikings as I am, because I think they're super cool, super interesting. It's a really important time in our history and in history in general. Have an amazing weekend. Well done for all of your fantastic work, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.